guys know how to do it. You got it. You're all wound up just like I am, huh? Do you believe summer's over? Where did it go? Where did it go? And now we have to get ready for Christmas. There's always something, huh? Something? Halloween. I finished a Halloween quilt. I don't know what's this I. Mary Jo the long arm quilter finished my Halloween quilt. But I have it. So did you see the moon last night? That big, it was so huge and white. Oh, I loved it, the harvest moon. So we're ready to go on. Got another quilt.
Yay.
Yay?
Yay.
Yeah? So how many of you did birdhouse? Anybody?
Yes.
Yes! Did you bring them? Yeah. I am excited. Cool. Well, we'll have something for you to share next week. So next month. So it's so radiant. Ah, our quilts are so radiant. This is what I love about it. It's easy. It's fast. Yay. It squares up perfectly. Yay. The seams swirl in the back. Yay! You ready?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to show you, and I just want you to notice Teresa and I did converse on the phone. We are beautifully coordinated for the quilt today. You love it? Good, good. Okay, so this one. This is the cover quilt, so Teresa's going to pull it up, and you're going to go, oh, isn't that pretty? I don't know where to stand, Diana, but this is good. So it's just really two colors, just blues and yellows. Of course, this is Patty. She had a collection of the fabrics. No, we don't have kits. Patty lets her fabric age. But anyhow, isn't it just beautiful? And Patty was making the blocks, and she invited me over to her house, and I looked at it, and I said, oh, it's not quite done yet. And she said, no, I have more blocks to make. We said, hey, that's really cool like that. Right off center, don't you think? Yes. Don't you think that's totally modern?
Yes.
I think so.
Tell him what Judy said.
Oh, what did Judy say? I forgot.
She couldn't start it quilting because she said it was finished.
That's right. Judy Jackson quilted it.
Beautiful.
And she called Teresa and she said, Teresa, aren't you forgetting some stuff? I can't quilt this. This quilt's not done yet. And Teresa, oh yeah, it's done. But not to say if this off-center stuff is not your thing, you can just go ahead and add more rows and more borders, right? Right. Okay. So it's very modern so that you could do this for any home. You know what? I'm finding that probably a lot of your children could really appreciate something modern looking like that, right? Yeah. Yep, the modern home. But just change the fabric, do-do-do-do, and you have a baby quilt. Ta-da! Aww, is that cute? Is that cute? This is a line of fabric that we have had in our store in the beautiful turquoise. See, get it? Turquoise. And yellow. Yellow, it goes really good. And little stripes. And aren't the animals across the top and bottom cute? So our Gail made this quilt. Yay, wave Gail. Hi, Gail. And she made it for her little grandson. And what's his name? Kellen. And how old is he? 5 months. You can never get started too early. So what's really going to be fun for him as he grows up is looking at all of the little pictures and naming the animals, pointing out to them. It's just really fun. And Gail did this totally scrappy. She just had a bunch of fat quarters with black 1.5-inch strips and just put it all together. Okay, and give me the right answer, Gail. Did you have fun making this quilt? Yes! Yes! And once again, I don't know. We just had enough fabric for the top and the bottom. Nothing on the sides. We're all off kilter today, huh? So that's really, really cute. And I think that one's called, we called it Playtime. I called it Playtime, but Gail called it Fun with the Animals. Fun with the Animals. Isn't that cute? Okay, that's 2. Same block, just different fabrics, different color variation, different look. Oh, thank you. That's perfect to put that. She's always making me get so neat. You have to be organized around Teresa. This is good. Otherwise, we fall apart. We fall apart. Trust me, I know. Okay, so this next one is really fun. So the truth is, this is the truth. We went out in the warehouse. We looked around. We saw what fabric we had to sell. Get it? And this is it. Ta-da! Christmas! Oh, isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? This is also 14 fat quarters and black 1.5-inch strips. And I thought we'd have some strips on the table. Oh, Carol, will you bring in some rolls? Bring us the Christmas kit. Oh, you already bought it. Don't even bother. We're already buying it. Thank you. Thank you, Sandy.
You're welcome, Eleanor.
That's 14 less fat quarters and 1.5-inch rolls. Look at this. Get excited. Cut to size. Whoa. Now the squares. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Chris. Look at that. We have lots of them. Get it? We have lots of them. Anyhow, if you hold it up, Teresa, I'm going to explain it. So there's 14 different fat quarters. The blocks start out as 7-inch squares, and they're cut on one diagonal. And then the little strips inside are 1.5 inches. So you cut them to fit inside the blocks. And so you have nothing left from your fat quarters. Did you hear that?
Yes.
You take what is left and you make it for the border.
So the whole thing is in that little package right there.
Everything except the binding and the backing. But I know where you can get the backing. We could get the backing. Show that again, because Teresa and I said, oh, that's so pretty. You know, you could actually flip this over and use it as a table cover, something that you want to have a little bit more subdued. Isn't that pretty? It's really pretty. And then this is just the binding. You will need some batting. That would be good too. So anyhow, guess what else? You're not left in the dark. Look what Merritt made for you. Ah, a little So Radiant Christmas. So you can make one just like Teresa. Cool. Is that cool? Yes. That's very cool.
It's just like Gail.
Or this is Gail's. And look at this. This even comes in a project bag. Ooh, and Martha cut you the borders. Oh, you are such a pusher, Teresa. Oh, but this is next.
But there's no price on those yet.
Oh, they're free.
That's what I said.
If there's no price, they're free. Okay. So would you like this back?
Yes, please.
Thank you,
That's what I did
Sandy.
pay for.
Thank you for supporting the economy at Quilton today. I appreciate that.
Much as I can.
And this one is in a project bag. This is pretty much everything you need except your binding and your backing again. And it's on sale. I can't believe it. $42.71.
Wow, that's
Such an odd number, but it's 25% off regular price. That's cool. Okay, now, just like you haven't seen it before, where is that rainbow package? Teresa, bring it back. Bring that back.
the rainbow one.
We didn't get to do it yet.
Oh, L is price.
It is priced.
Where?
Now it is. Oh.
Except ours.
$36. Come here. This is why we dress like this.
Oh, yeah.
Get it?
Oh, yeah.
Get it?
I know, this is your lattice.
Yeah.
You want black lattice.
And this is a triangle, and that's a Triangle. Let's show our triangles, Teresa. Come on, let's show our triangles. She won't do it. Okay, come back here with me. Okay. So, yeah, you can't be shy around me. Don't be that cute, innocent girl. I know you're not innocent. Ta-da! And so, it's beautiful. Is it beautiful? Okay, I named it Over the Rainbow. Guess who made it? Well, Teresa finished it, but guess who designed it? My sister Patty. Hi, Patty, just in case you're watching. But anyhow, we just love all of the beautiful colors. There's batiks in here, and there's just like little prints, little scales of prints, just gorgeous. And a lot of the fabrics are right in here. You will need to have some white for the strip in between. And look at the border. Is that cool? Is that very cool? Your directions tell you how to do that too, and I'll show you how to do it. Very, very fun. So basically, you just start in the center and make a diamond, and you just work like a rainbow going out, from the center out. It's like a double rainbow, huh? Did you ever see a double rainbow? Well, I talked to my little grandchildren. I'm so glad you're there, Orion, because you're nice and tall. I asked my children to draw a rainbow, my grandchildren. This is Zoe's. This is what she drew. What do you think? Zoe only turned 2. The older they grow, the better they get, right? Okay, that is Zoe's. Okay, and this is Becca. She just turned 3. And I think if you look close, see, she got good lines from the rainbows. She just didn't get it going like that. You know how they love to make the rainbows. Okay, so then this is Kylie, and she had so much fun. It's a little hard. We have to start up here. Here is her rainbow. That's her rainbow, and she had so much paper left. She had to, like, you know, just mark all over it. But this is her friend smiling under the rainbow. Isn't that cute? I know, it's so cute. The artwork is precious. I put Jonas's rainbow in your pattern. I think it's on maybe 1, 2, 3. It's on maybe 3, page 3. This is the first one that he did, all smiling. And see, it's kind of really light and faint, but you see, he's got a big sun up here. You've got to have the sun. You've got to have that light out there for the rainbow, and clouds in the sky. That's great. And so just in case you don't know what Jonas looks like, here he is. See, this is Jonas. And you can see he is now in kindergarten, and he can write his name. Last year he was in pre-kindergarten. That was pretty big, pre-kindergarten. So now he's 5. Well, I don't know what he was up to, but this is the rainbow that he made yesterday. When I saw him, he said, "Oh, Grandma, I put lots of colors in the rainbow." Yes, he did. Didn't he do lots of colors? It's so happy. But see, he has the initial start. He knows it's supposed to be like that. This is really good. He's got the rainbow started. It's all your interpretation of what a rainbow looks like, right? And then this is what Ellie did. Ellie's in 2nd grade. She is 7. And she really made it bright, didn't she? She's peeking out at you. But she kept on asking me how the colors of the rainbow went, and I didn't know. Do you know? Red, orange, yellow, green. Are you serious?
There you go.
Say that again.
Roy G. Bitt. Red, orange, yellow.
Uh-huh.
Green, blue, indigo, and violet.
You know what? She did a pretty good job. She did a good job. She did a good job. Well, I just said I love children's artwork. I know that Orion and Teresa have Kylie's artwork hanging all around, but these are my favorites when they always draw the daddy and the mommy smiling, and the little girl with the big smile, happy smile. Is that cute? Works really good. And I know you know what's coming up in the season when you look at this one. Yeah? Gotta be Christmas, right? Christmas. And when I went to Ellie's class last year, this is what the teacher had actually framed, and you could purchase it. Of course, the money went to the school. And so this one just kind of reminds me about quilt pieces. In fact, these are pieces of fabric. So you always wonder what to do with those little scraps you throw over your shoulders. Get it? First you make the trunk, and then you put the little leaves all around. It's that simple. That's a cool lesson. I love looking at them. Okay, because Grandma has to keep them too. Grandma has, I'm overwhelmed. I am out of control. I need help. I am a hoarder. I feel like I have to stand there and say, oh, please help me. I am a hoarder. You ready to make this? Yeah. Okay. It is so fun and easy. That's what I just love. So the cover quilt is there, and then it says about the other two, the one that Gail made, the one that Patty made, and then, of course, over the rainbow. Nice bright colors, and there's Jonas's picture right there. And there's the yardage. Yay! You don't have to make it up. But anyhow, mainly we use, for this little one, we did fat eighths, but you could do fat quarters too, and then you'd have enough for 2 quilts. Ooh, twins on the way, anybody? That would be a lot of fun. And then with Patty's, with this one, she did 6 light fat quarters, and then she did 6 dark fat quarters, and then she did the strips. So it's all laid out for you, and then just turn the page, and there's over the rainbow with all kinds of yardages that you can use, or you can use fat quarters and just cut them up. So I told you what size squares we're going to make first. What size did I tell you? 7-inch squares. Cool. So let's go right to page 8. Page 8. And the little strips in between, if you are going to cut them yourself, you cut 10.5-inch strips first and just press them flat. I've got to move everything out of the way. Okay. Am I okay, Orion, where I'm standing? I'm pretty good. Oh, I'm pretty good.
There you go.
Okay, so this is a 10.5-inch salvage to salvage piece. The easiest way, especially since we're doing tone on tone light, very hard to tell the right side from the wrong side. So just cut it on the fold. It won't make any difference because you really won't have enough. And then once you have it cut on the fold, just restack these with all pieces right side up. Yes! Doesn't that save you?
Yes.
That really saves you. And so I'm just going to go around this way because I can get it really good. So the little strips are cut inside the triangles at 1.5 by 10.5. So since we already have this 10.5-inch piece, all we have to do is slice 1.5-inch sections. So this is a Shape Cut Plus. How many of you have one? Yes. Okay, put your hands down. Oh, this one's plus.
Sorry.
Oops. Cut. Retake. Shape Cut Plus. We're reading it right there. You know what the pro is 2.5-inch strips. Okay, so take and go ahead and cut off that salvage and get rid of it. And let me tell you, I always recommend that you take glow line tape and you just put little cheat marks every 1.5 inches, okay? Every 1.5 inches the whole way across, because you're thinking that you are going to get talking and forget what you're doing, right? And I'm thinking, I'm so good that I don't need to do that. Yeah? Right. I totally messed it up. But anyhow, so once you have it trimmed at 0, then just go to 1.5 and move it along. Go to 3 and tell me. You guys can. Okay, I'm going to listen to you.
10.5.
Whoop. Come on. 12.
13.5. 15. 16.5.
Okay, 16.5. 18. Huh? Is that as far as you go? And then you can actually get a couple more right over here. But see, now they're all, oh yeah, great. And now they're all nicely cut apart. Teresa told me she gave me a new blade. Did you just give me a new blade? Oh.
Maybe it's your gimpy arm.
My gimpy arm. You see how nicely you can cut them with your Shape Cut Plus? Oh no, and now this is the time when I pick them all up. Didn't I do good? That one I brought, but I'm thinking I want to use this one. Okay, let's trade. Just see. We'll just see. Which one? See, it says L on it. L. Okay, so we got that cut. That's good, huh? Okay, so now we're just going to go to our fat quarters. Okay, Teresa, maybe this is the time you should come and cut, huh? So I pressed 2 of them on top of each other. I lined up the selvage edges. And let's just see. I'm going to fold it in half. And let me see. Which one? Did you know that you can cut squares with this too? So just line it up. And 0 on the outside edge. I could do a little bit of trimming. L. Watch, I'm going to be really smart.
Now what we doing?
Now we're going to do 7. And then, watch this. If you were doing the Christmas, then you would go over to the 14. And let's see what's left. This is what your border is for the Christmas quilt. Or you could do that for any of them, right? Yeah. That would be any of them. See, the L's cutter works. Okay, so what I find is the safest is to go ahead and line up all of the fresh cut edges. We're going to cut 7-inch squares, and sometimes you'll get a little piece, that's a little bit shorter, and on the end it might only be 6 3/4, or the 7 could go into the selvage. And you have that little white spot. Don't worry about that. You can still use it. It still works great. Okay, so let's just pull this over and cut at 7. We're going to square our blocks up, so there's always, huh?
Is it straight underneath?
It's straight enough. What do you mean? Look, it's straight. Look at this one. It's really straight. Okay, this is exactly what I'm talking about. See right here on the edge? I bet you we're not going to have a 7-inch square. But you know what? The way the morning's going, I'm not going to worry a bit about that. That'll be just fine. Yeah. Yeah, so don't panic. So you can, if you can cut it at 7, go ahead. If you need to cut it at 6 3/4, just go ahead and cut it at that too, because you'll never know the difference. All right, so I've got all my 7-inch squares cut, nice and square, and then just take them and cut on one diagonal, okay? On one diagonal. This one's really cute, but we won't worry. There's even a fold in it. As I said, they're oversized.
Oh, okay.
They're oversized, and you can just do a little trimming later if you need to. Okay, so you're going to do 2 stacks of the dark, and you're going to do 2 stacks of the light. Ta-da! Guess where they are? Here they are. I was going to call you over, Teresa. Light. I like blue and yellow. Isn't that fun? Isn't that pretty? Huh?
Bright.
Bright? Oh, so you make 2 equal stacks of the light. Did you see how carefully I counted those out? I counted them out very good, and I'm just going to put that there and there. So I've got 2 stacks of each one. And now, don't worry, just take one, put the light with that one, put the light with that one. Ooh! Ah, nice, nice. Good. Easy so far? Easy peasy. Oh, we like easy peasy. Okay, so now my nicely cut white. Look how many I have.
Like magic.
See, I actually try to do those things on purpose so you feel better if it happens to you.
And we appreciate it.
That's good because it always does, you know. Okay, so then you've got equal stacks of those, and now you're going to just put equal stacks of light strips, of the strips in the middle, and equal on the other half. Oops, there, that's better. You know what, I honestly have such a hard time counting. I really do. I just kind of go crazy when I have to count. It's like, I know when I started making quilts in the beginning, I never knew if I had enough yardage or not. I never figured out how I was supposed to do that. So my idea of figuring yardage was just to cut anything I wanted and then to sew as fast as I could. And just see if I had enough by the time I got to the end. Okay, so I'm just going to take one of these stacks. Now, what's fun is that you press your seams in half of them toward the triangle, and the other half you press your seams toward the strip. And that way, in the end, they lock together perfectly. Is that cool? Okay, so I'm going to do just like the picture. I'm going to take and I'm going to put the blue on the right, the yellow on the left, the light on the left. I'm going to put my strip in the middle and just take my strip off the pile, take my triangle, flip it right sides together, and you actually want to visually line it up so that you have 1/4 of an inch at the top and 1/4 of an inch at the bottom. Ah, is that easy?
Yeah.
Who said no? Visually, Mario, don't stress. Don't stress. This is, this. Yours is, huh? Okay, so I decided, I think I like to have 4.0. I want to sew at 4.0 so that, okay, so what am I doing here? Nothing's moving. Oh, I know why. I have on the 1/4 inch foot. I will use the way that it's set. Now, you know what? I have the single hole throw plate and you can't move anything. That'll be just fine. Okay, so just get into good old assembly line. Okay, you with me, Teresa? Is your iron hot?
I can do it.
Okay, so you just assembly line sew, and what I said to do was you just sew this triangle down every side, okay? You just take and you just sew the dark on every single strip. Okay, and I think that's going to be the easiest for us, don't you think? And just for getting this done quick, you need to have 4 of these blocks per finished block. 4 go into 1. Okay, so let's just do this. All right, I have 4 and everyone's different. I think that's good. Let me see. 4, good. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good? Okay, bravo. So I'm going to cut it at 2. So now, the first half, we are going to put the triangles on the top. Okay, I'm right on page 11. Set the seam, open, and press toward the triangle. So whenever we say out, this is what we're doing. We're pressing the seams out. And the seam is always behind the triangle, so it goes out, okay? Seam's going out. How you doing? You doing good? Yes. Okay, and I want you to just take this one, and I want you to just set it aside. Don't do anything with it. Okay, don't do anything with it, because we're going to finish pressing seams out toward triangles. Are you on page 11? Okay, if you want to do playtime, how many of these are you going to do? 18. Okay, so you're going to count out 18. So now I'm going to have my yellow on top. Now I know that I'm sewing with my triangle on the top, but I'm not going to stress about it, right? And if you go like this, it's even better. So you don't stress it. Okay, so put the triangle on the top. Make sure you have that little 1/4 inch at the top and at the bottom, and just assembly line sew these as fast as you can. Okay, so look right here. When you place this, it's helpful if you do another check. Just go right straight across, and you see how those little tips are lined up? Amazing! Is that easy enough? Okay, so to finish this block, we are going to set the seam with triangles on the top. Okay, Teresa, set the seam with the triangles on the top. Open and press toward the triangle. And so these are called pressing the seams out. That makes sense, right? This is an outie. This is an outie. Okay, that's pretty. It's different. Okay, so that's how it looks on the top. And then you look on the back side. Seams are pressed out. Easy. So you make half of them like that. Okay, and then you're going to turn the page. Beep. And you're going to take these that have the seams pressed toward the strips. Okay, so turn and put the strips on top. Set the seam just, if it's pretty easy. If you want them to go out, put the triangle on the top. If you want them to go in, put the strips on the top. There's only 2 things to remember. You can do it. I know you can do it. It's written down for you. Don't worry. Okay, so let's look and see. Ah, the seams went in. In, we got innies, innies. Cool. All right, so let's just clip these apart and get them all lined up. And once again, you're going to just take the light and just flip it. I want to make sure I have different ones. Good. This is cool. Okay, flip it right sides together, 1/4 inch at the top, 1/4 inch at the bottom. Line up your tips. Your tips must be in lines. Whatever. I'm going to get kicked off of television if I don't straighten up my act. Okay, it would be good if you sew straight. And I love this one. And see, I'm not really paying any attention to what I'm putting together because I did pre-select and I thought they all looked pretty together. That's good, huh? So just line it up and push it. Okay, now this time we are going to flip. We're going to put our strips on top because we are pressing so that the seam is behind the strips. Okay, but it's looks a little bit different. So look at the picture. See, the strip is on the top. You set the seam and then you open and you press toward the strip. Two things to remember. Toward the triangle, it's out. Toward the strip, it's in. Now comes the fun part.
And Eleanor, you probably want to make sure that in each stack you have an assortment.
That's exactly, you know what, that's why I keep them separated when I cut them in half. Then I always have one half going in and then the same colors, the opposite colors are going out. That's the way I divide them like that. Yeah, so they work really good. Okay, turn the page. Beep, we're already on page 14. Is that fun? Oh, 13. Oops, oops, oops. Yep. Huh? Yeah, I was trying to get this class over fast. No, I'm sorry. I didn't look down at the picture. Okay, so now still keep them separate or you're going to have to count all over again, right? You got half out, you got half in. Okay, so now comes the fun part. If I could have moved my needle, but I didn't have to because this is just what I want. If you have a 1.5 inch strip in the middle and you use a 1/4 inch on one side and the 1/4 inch on the other, the width of the strip in the middle should be 1 inch. Do, 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 do. Okay.
At this angle, it doesn't look like it fit, but it is.
It is, right?
Yeah, you should just repeat that because they couldn't hear me.
Oh.
At this angle, you can't really.
Yeah. Okay. It's kind of, Orion says it really is 1 inch, which is really, it's kind of hard whenever he's on the angle. Now what's really fun is this glow line tape is 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. And the magical ruler is the 6.5 inch triangle square up ruler. The triangle square up ruler. And what we're going to do is you can put like this solid line. Look how much it is. See? It's actually, you can see how if you put that line right down through the middle from 1, it's a 1/2 inch from the line and it's a 1/2 inch the other way. So how many pieces of glow line tape do I have to put down a side? I'm putting it on the bottom side, okay? And well, yeah, if I put one on each side, this is a trick question, Orion. If I put one on each side, then how wide is that? But what do I want? 1 inch. So what do I have to do? 4. You have to do another one, huh? Now, it would have been really easy if you'd have 1 inch wide tape right from the start. Don't you think that would be really pretty easy? Yes. The painter's tape? Yeah. You know what, Orion wanted to write that in, but I have found through the years that painter's tape hardens and it's hard to get off your ruler. It's very hard to get off. Anybody agree with me? Yep. Yeah? And sometimes it pulls the lines off as well. So if you can find a 1 inch wide tape, you wouldn't have to put 4 of these lines. And I'm going to show you why I did this.
Hugo's Amazing Tape.
What's that?
It's called Hugo's Amazing Tape.
Oh. Hugo's Amazing Tape.
It's just like your Invisigrip.
Hugo's Amazing Tape. Do we sell that here, Orion?
We do.
Oh, you didn't tell me! I did not know! Why didn't you? I could have sold 100 of those if you would have just brought it to me. Okay, the reason that I put 4 and it's 1 inch wide, so that when I drop this in here, I just drop right into the seams. Ah.
I can see your glow line much better.
You can see my,
Hugo's.
forget Hugo's.
Yeah, you can see it really well.
No, but see, what I'm trying to do is make my tape, whatever measurement you have, you want your tape to be the same width as this, so that when you put that in there, see, it just kind of really drops. It just fits, and it's just not going to slide. And you should put Invisigrip on top of that. You're going to be doing a lot of squaring up, But just center it on there. And do you see how much is left on all 4 sides? And that is why you could use a 6 3/4 inch square if you don't have enough. Okay? Is that good?
May I ask a question, Ellen?
You can, Brenda. What do you want to know?
How come you didn't put the tape from the other diagonal? 'Cause there's a lot.
I know. I thought about that too.
Is there a problem?
Nope. There's no problem. You can do it however you want to.
Okay.
The illustrations happen to be drawn with the green diagonal line down through the middle, and instead of making Merritt redraw the picture, I just went with it.
Oh, the ruler has that green line on it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it has a green line, and the red line is at 6.5. But either diagonal line works. And the reason that we selected the 6.5 inches because that's what size your block is supposed to be. Okay, watch this. When I put my hand on, I cut back first. I cut back. See, I'm using L's cutter.
With the good blade.
Okay, and this is a rotating mat, but on the other hand, I find it almost just as easy to just swing it around. Ta-da! Is that beautiful? Very nice. Very nice. Perfect. Pardon me? Pretty colors. Oh, I know. You know, okay, so Teresa, if you want to, you have to have a lefty cutter.
No, I can print those.
Okay.
Go left or right.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay, so I told you that to make a finished block, would you pull out one of my finished blocks over there? 2 of them. Ooh.
You want one?
Uh,
And you want me to trim this?
yes, I want you to trim it. I need those. Okay, so there you go. Do you want L's cutter?
Sure. Or you can.
Oh, she's going to do the other one. She's going to prove that it really works. Okay, so this is how Gail made her blocks. Her blocks are right on the next page. Playtime is on the next page, and I decided to do similar. So I kind of did the light and dark thing with the yellows and the blues. I just I started out with blue and beside it yellow. You kind of make a top V, and then you need to finish off with a second one. These are going to be pretty. I'm going to put light yellow opposite. These 2 blues are on the outside edge, and I'm going to have just one more. Let us see. Yay! Okay, it's working for Teresa. Okay, and so now, you know what? This worked out pretty good because the 2 dark blues came into the middle and the 2 light blues turned out. And just the fabrics, I just love them. They were in my stash. They had aged long enough. Except this one. I was at Baby Lock Tech and I saw Riley Blake. She gave me a free fat quarter. That's it. It's kind of special, you know, when you can just have one fabric, you know, that's really fun. Okay, so now we've got this whole in and out thing. Let's see. I'm going out. Oh, and so over here it should be in. It should be in. And down here it's supposed to be seams in. Let me see. I'm getting this mixed up. Okay, hold the phone. Wrong side up. This is what I told Orion that I had to do. Okay, so this is my top. And how are my seams supposed to go? Out? Out. Okay, so this is out. And beside is supposed to be in. And then here, corner, opposite corner is supposed to be in. And these are supposed to be out. But wait, I'm not done yet. Okay, at least I got the seams right, right? Okay, turn them all over. Okay, we know that the seams are right. Now, let's see. Okay, darn it. This is exactly how I didn't plan it. Let me see. Do it right, turn it. Okay, yeah, okay, I know how to do it. Yellow.
Beautiful.
No, what I was trying to do was get my darks opposite. It won't work. How can I make it work?
Well, in the book, there's 3 yellows together.
Oh, hers was scrappy. I had a plan. I have a plan. I have a plan.
Why don't you just repress them?
Nah. You know what? When I am done with this, we won't even know where that block is, right? Okay, let's go. So, let us do this vertical row. Do, 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 right? Do, 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 do. Okay, flip them. Flip them, flip them, flip them. And magic, look at this. Locking seams. Yay! Out, in. Okay, over here. In, out. Okay, go do, 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 do. Okay, so Teresa, while I sew this, would you like to wow them with the blocks that I already finished? Just mine, yeah, just lay mine out. I intend to finish this. I got so excited. I liked it so much, I said that I wanted it bigger.
But I'm going to just put you a baby one.
Okay, you put me a baby one up there. Okay. So it's okay if you guys go ooh and ah. Isn't it pretty? I had these pieces of fabric for years. I'm afraid to tell you how long. But that's what's really fun about it, because it's really great for just using up scraps. Oh, you have scraps? Oh, Brenda has scraps. Who has scraps? Remember, I own a quilt shop. We sell fabric here. No, you guys are doing good. You know what I find, that you always need to pick out one pretty, one new one. Okay, so that's straight down, one block, right? So you can see they're going opposite right now. Opposite, yeah. Open them up. Ooh, Orion, you can go as close as you want. Look at that. Anywhere. Here or here. See, is it good?
We can't tell.
He said, we get it, Al.
We can't tell.
Oh, that's good.
I'm sure it's lovely.
Yeah, it is lovely. Okay, so now, see, I connected it together. Now you just turn it. This is the swirling time. So you flip it right sides together. And once again, these are going to lock. That goes in, that goes out. Okay? That goes out, this goes in. Okay, so I'm going to go right to the center, and I'm going to push the top seam up and the underneath seam down, right? Is there a picture there? Our famous picture? Our famous drawing? You love it. Who said they love it? It's so easy. That's what's really fun about it. That's why I love it. You could do it for baby quilts. Oh, and And which is the one piece on this quilt that I have to really watch and take note of? On this, but the real dark one.
Bright.
Oh, and the bright one, there's a bright,
You know, the one that just jumped.
the one that jumps. Okay. Yep, that's what I want. And there's the blue, the narrow blue. See that border? I really thought it was cool. But is it cool? It's beautiful. And that was kind of the one that I really wanted to accent. I did use that border piece inside the quilt. You can see it a couple of times. And to break up the blocks from the border, Teresa, there's, you want to, yeah, grab the strips. There's strips over there. Strips. Strips. It's not strips yet. Pretend the dark blue is going to, no, there's a darker blue. This, I wanted to, oh,
Did you buy that fabric after you went to France?
I don't know. It's hard to say when I bought the fabric.
Pieces of fabric in
Now, I had a dark blue, but I guess I don't. Just fold that, because that'll be pretty. I think that I need to have a narrow framing border. Just fold that real narrow, and I think I'm going to put a narrow framing border in between, and then do the wide yellow. Make it wider, because it's a large-scale print, and because it's such large pieces, you don't want to have it a little skinny border, right? Okay, so she's going to put it right in there. Cool. I really like it. Isn't it pretty? And this, honestly, I didn't buy anything for it. Don't tell. But that's good, huh? If you do something like that.
Didn't you have a blue and yellow and through the years?
Yeah, some of the pieces are from Through the Seasons. Yeah, True Blue. It's called True Blue with Benartex. True Blue. Yes, I've done so many lines I can't even remember all the names anymore. Okay, so now this swirling thing. How many of you have never done this swirling thing? Let me see. Ah, cool. We have a virgin back there. One virgin swirler. Okay, so the thing is, the seam has to go up, and the seam underneath has to go down. Can you see real close? Orion has probably shot this how many times? And then you just clip the connecting thread, and then just take your stiletto or your seam ripper and just unsew. There's about 3 stitches right there, and I didn't quite get it. I think that actually, in doing this for so many years, I think a seam ripper is smarter than a stiletto, because you can do it with one tool. Okay, that's all gone there, and just flip it over, and there's a couple of stitches left there, and you just pick them out, and you stop right at this seam going across, so it stops the unsewing. I have never had this rip out. So you just lay it flat, and now Teresa's going to run back over, and so now this goes to the right, to the down, think of a clock, to the left and up, and that little center pops open into the cutest little 4-patch. You put your finger on there and you mush it good. And it's very flat now, and it's very flat on the other side. So I'm going to show you what's really cool. Okay, so I press it first from the wrong side and then from the right side. So I'm just going to take these two. Let's see if I can sew these together, because what happens now is that, okay, so, okay, that looks okay, right? So whenever you flip these right sides together, right here, because you did that swirling, these lock right here. That's what's really incredible. These lock, but now the top seam is going to go down, and the other seam is going to go up. Okay? But they lock together, and that's the beauty of this. I just love it whenever you do something really simple. Yes, they do. The white, the strips, strips. They lock too. I'll show you. Okay, so you go zoom, zoom, zoom. Get your stiletto. Now the bottom seam goes down, the underneath goes up. The seams, the little strip seams lay perfectly flat. They lock together. Okay, and let's just check here. Yep, they're locking together. That's amazing because they were all squared to be the same size. Then the outside edges should match. So it's really cool. And I don't think, for all the blocks that I have, I bet I don't have more than 4 hours of sewing in. It's really quick, and you can do all strippy. Okay, so let's look this. Look how cute that is. See? That all locks really good there. It makes that little X that locks there. But I just want to show you, I'm sorry, didn't use red thread. It's like such a treat for me when I don't have to sew with red thread. Okay, but I just want to show you. This seam went down and the underneath went up. But you can still swirl. It's the opposite that what we've been doing. And so then you just swirl the opposite way. Okay, take these little seams out right here and go to the back side, one more, and take these little seams out right here. I have to take my glasses off because I can't see what I'm doing. And I did just make a little, oop, don't look, don't look.
We can't tell.
You can't tell?
No.
You know what? It's really hard when you're talking and you're sewing. And that's really good. I'm used to talking and sewing. But I just came back from Craftsy. And not only did I have to talk and sew, but I had to stand up and talk and sew.
Wow.
That was not easy.
No.
When I sat down at the chair that they gave me, I looked kind of like this. I didn't think it would look very good. So I had to stand behind my machine so people could see me, and I sewed. I did it. Okay, so now we did this guy, went down. So you just start to swirl the opposite way. That's all you have to do to open that up. And just push it to the right, to the down, to the left, and up. And that will just go into this really cute little 4-patch as well.
You have
But
an illustration of it?
no, I just figured that out after I was sewing it together. But you have to sew row by row, then you swirl, and you just do the opposite. You just do the opposite. Works good. All right. So what do you think? You like that? Yes. Whoa, we did the easy one. Oh, now do you want to see how to do the rainbow? Yeah. You dying to see that? Yes. Okay, so if you just go to the next page, page number 16, I called that one Serenity. Patty did it, but I gave it my own name. But it's basically laid out. You make your 2 blocks just light and dark, just scrappy, but you start in the center and lay it out. You can see you have the 2 different blocks. And so, do you see where it says out? The word out, that means that the seams are pressed out toward the triangle, right? Out. And what if it goes in, how's it pressed? To the strips, in. Okay, so that one's, oh, yeah, we can show that. All right, do you want to see a color variation? We should do this after lunch. Sew this all together, Teresa. She laughs. It is very funny. Okay, here, take this. Okay, so this has been on our design wall over in our sewing room. We love it whenever people look at it and see what we're doing. Teresa did this one. This is Serenity in color. Serenity in color. Okay, you take that one. Yep, I think so. Oh. Oh. Pretty? Huh? Very pretty. Very, very pretty. Serenity in color. So it's exactly the same. It looks exactly the same with the in and the out blocks. But look at the border. Ooh, the border is not that hard to do. Are you excited?
Yes,
Okay, so go to page 18, and it says to take 4 background squares, 4 like a dark square. Draw a diagonal line. Do you have any of those, Teresa? We sewed everything together, huh? Okay, you take 4 of them, draw corner to corner, and then you plan your strips. So you have to cut 1 strip in half so that you can get that all lined up. So this is number 1. Okay, this is number 1. It's a half strip. And we put the square on the end of a half strip, sewed on the diagonal line, trimmed, and pressed it out. So this is number 1 in your diagram. That is a half strip, and then you need to take a whole strip. That is number 2 in your diagram. Let me see, a whole strip, salvage to salvage. Put a square in the end, sew on the diagonal line, trim it, and now these 2 are just going to line up with each other on your quilt. And you want to put it on there, Teresa? Okay, so you have 2 halves and 2 wholes. 2 halves and 2 wholes. That's the half strip. And we do want to line up the seam right with that center block. 1 there, and here's another one here. And whenever those are sewn together, those are all going to line up with the other part of it. Good?
perfect.
Perfect, I know. So then let's look across the bottom. It's, oh, Teresa already sewed it, the bottom. Number 3 is a whole strip, and number 4 is a half strip. Okay, and so that's just going to go right on the bottom. Oh, and so find the seam that you want to line it up with, and just line it up across the bottom, and you're going to be trimming both of these off. Okay, so on page 19 it shows putting the right border on, and then you trim, and then you put the left border, the bottom border. Oh, what do you think?
So slick. Super slick.
That was really easy to do. Everybody can do it. Look, they're taking pictures, Teresa. Smile. Like this. Smile. Ta-da! We like it, huh? Okay, so you could do that. You could do that with just anything, too.
We don't have to miter that corner at the bottom.
No! Brenda, no mitering. No, you're just going to do the side and cut it off even on the top and the bottom. And then do the bottom and just cut it off. Miter? You know what? We do miter, though, but we don't have to miter on this. No, 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 no. No mitering. Okay, so that's Serenity, but in different colors. Not quite Serenity. What do you think? This is Shake Up Your Mouth. What's that candy you put in your mouth and it bubbles? It's scary. What is it?
Pop rocks?
Pop rocks. No, adults don't do pop rocks. That's too much for us. Okay, so that's the one. But now turn the page. Making Over the Rainbow. Can that go away? Did you get your pictures? Okay. Oh, you didn't get your pictures? Who was that? You're too pokey. Oh, We'll put it back up for you tonight. I mean, after class, okay? Want to see it after class? We'll put it up for you. But there's a drawing right in your book. Yeah, and there is a webinar, but now we have Over the Rainbow. Whoa, this one's pretty tricky, huh? Yeah. Okay, but not. But we're the second one. Patty came up with the first one, and she worked hard. She really worked hard, but we got it so that it's really easy. Okay, so basically, what Patty did was take these colors that she wanted to use, and you know when you don't know what you're doing, you just cut a bunch of 7-inch squares and you cut them on the diagonal. That works. You just cut them on the diagonal. And there's yardage there. You could use our fat quarters, 7-inch squares, cut them into triangles. And then she started in the very center. And she took 4 triangles and she laid them out. And then she said, oh, I want to make a rainbow around my very center. So she just laid triangles around here. Okay. She said, oh, I like that little rainbow. Now I'll just change my color. Okay, Linda, what would you say to all of these colors? Do you have a cute little ditty to say? Dark pink, light pink, or dark pink, medium pink, light pink, huh? Something like that. And then she just switched and she did light and turquoise, and this one was all turquoise, huh? And when you got out to here, the corners, this is what she said. Oh, the hell with it, I'll use whatever I have left. There you go. That's what you do. And you just finish out the corners. So we had a finished quilt to look at. So we thought it would be really easy for you. So we made you a little chart. It's on page 21, and it tells you what the block should look like and how many to make and how many seams to press in and how many seams to press out. Ooh! What does that sound like? Okay, so we are so lucky. Teresa has those all laid out. So first you lay out the triangles, then you place the strips in between on your design wall. And then you very carefully pick off your 2 triangles and you sew the strips in. And then you put it right back where it was. Right? Yeah.
And you put the picture up on your design.
Yeah, you put that up. Yes, you hang that up there. So now, actually, yesterday, Teresa cut all of her triangles, maybe about right before lunch. I don't think she had sewn one single strip in before lunch. And when she went home by 5 o'clock, she had every single strip sewn in between triangles. So now we're just going to go to number 1. We're going to create the center. She has 4 little blocks, 4 number 1s, 2 are pressed in, 2 are pressed out. Okay? Oh, and look at this. Look how nice. Jennifer went and made her labels. Ooh, I know where you could get those labels. It'll cost you, but I know where you can get them. Okay, make a diamond, Teresa.
What did I do?
Make a diamond.
Making arrows.
Yeah, no arrows.
Turn the bottom one circle.
She's doing this just to make sure. Yeah. Well,
I must have had, did I have it right now?
you put the little labels on all at the same all right side up, didn't you?
There's something wrong.
There is.
Out, in, out. These 2 are.
But she laid them all right side up. Oh! Do you see why labels are really useful? We do all of this in front of you just. Okay. Okay, so that's the center, right? Two are out, opposite each other. Two are opposite each other in. Okay, now, that kind of like finishes the inside center. Now, we're going to have like a light pink diamond. No, okay, a medium pink diamond. Oh, so she's going to look at this. So she's going to put off of each one of the sides.
I don't know. I hope
You're doing it good. You're doing it good. See, you just kind of work with your colors, work with what you have. Paula, is this like overwhelming? You're holding your head. Are we making it easy? Do you understand? It's a chart. It's a chart. The chart is good. The chart is really good. Okay, so that was 2. See how it goes around 2? Yeah, stand back and squint at it. So how many of those did she make? Number 2s? 8. And how many in? 4. And how many out? 4.
that's why they are. You can cut all your fat quarters and then mix and match your colors there.
You can cut up. Remember how I did. Yeah, okay. I did 6, 7 inch, and then I had that 3.5 inch. Okay, now watch. We're on number 3. Number 3. And I'm waiting for, where's that Mary Ann Cunningham? She stepped out. Oh, yeah, they go in the corners. Okay, for number 3, there's actually a total of 12 of them. So she has to go in the corners. So if you look, so now there's 12. So you're going to...
This is in, I can always look that one is in and out.
Yeah, you can always do the opposite. If you get the center right, you'll get them all right. If you get the center wrong, you'll get them all wrong.
Oh, that's great to know. Screw up at the start, you screw up at the end.
Yep. Yep.
Where else is
Now go down.
okay?
Yeah.
Help me with
You're okay. You're okay.
because sometimes they're not go like this.
Yeah. That's good.
Am I doing it okay?
Are you doing? Yeah, you're doing good. You're hired, Teresa. Don't worry, you won't lose your job. See, that's looking really good. And now I was asking for Marianne because Merritt had a fart right in the middle and made a mistake. I didn't do it. Merritt did it. Do you see all the number 3s? Yeah. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Whoops. What's that 5 doing in there? Do you see? Oh. Yeah, right here. He should have had a 5, but if you're looking at the fabrics, you're not going to make a mistake, right? You might not even notice, but I just want to tell you right there. Okay, look how pretty. What do you think? Come. So, right here, this should be a 3. But see, right beside it is a 3, and so you should know. The chart tells you how many to make correctly. It's just that Merrick got a little crazy. I don't know what he was thinking. He was trying to... Yeah. Oh, Marianne, I was looking for you. There's a mistake, and you were supposed to catch it. I was going to give you a reward, and you weren't even sitting in your seat.
Well, I had a couple earlier, so I decided to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you're excused. So find the 5 that is out of place. Find the place where it's supposed to be 3. Got it. So look how it's coming.
All these are in and out. It kind of like goes the opposite way.
It's just making like a big diamond.
I'm doing it because they need to go.
Yeah, you're doing it good.
You got it.
You're doing it good.
Yeah. It falls into place once you get the rhythm of it.
Once you get the rhythm of it, you just keep on adding around the outside. Yeah.
You want to help her?
So it goes down.
Oh, should I help her?
You
Sure.
don't want it messy.
That okay, I think this one was gonna go right
don't
down
want it-
here.
Yeah,
Right here.
Just make sure they go.
Right here. And then one right here. I'll put that one in. Okay. And you can go ahead. Okay. So we could stop at any time, but you guys get the idea, right?
Almost done.
Yes?
It is.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Very artistic.
Yeah.
Something like this could hang in a work of.
Want me to stop?
Oh, look. Are you in the outside row? That's the outside corner.
And they all come here. That
Oh, so this is whatever you have left.
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay, that's great.
no, whatever you have left.
Yeah, whatever you have left. Just put it right in there. So she's making, and so there's no reason why, if you'd prefer to have your diamond in the center, you can just keep on filling it out until your diamond is in the middle. Whoa, you're doing good. And everyone, let's see. Yep, that's right. That's good. You're doing good. Do you have questions? What do you want to know?
Well, basically,
Yes, Brenda. Oh,
you
yes.
take the right quadrant
Yes.
and repeat it 4 times and just turn it around. You got the full quilt.
Well, if you took the right quadrant and turned it around, because the quadrants aren't equal. You have to divide from the very center diamond.
But if you're going to make a full-size quilt, that's
Yeah, if you're gonna make it so that it's centered, the diamond is centered, you could do that.
And it's just how you
And that would be very easy,
Some of
huh?
the spies are here and there only, but
Yeah.
not here.
Yeah. There. And that was what she had left. All right, Teresa. So sometimes when you look at this, you have to kind of squint and look at it. There, it's beautiful. Over the rainbow. Whoa, we won't take it down, so if you want to come up and take some close-up pictures of it, that would be really, really great. Okay, now the only thing is that this one does not work really great doing 4 blocks at a time. This is the kind that you would do you could do either a whole row across or go down and do the rows vertically. And they're still going to lock together. All the little seams that are all pressed are just all going to lock. It's brilliant! It's over the rainbow! Thank you! It's very arty, huh?
So if you're going to do a closing, you should do a closing.
Okay. So Orion said, I have to do a closing. Think, words. Do you want me to sing for you? I'll sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Such a bright spot in our lives. Thank you for joining us. So enjoy making the block the easy way or the arty, over the top way. Thank you.